Let's make something together. We'll do it step by step. Do you see what we're gonna make today? Do you see her sitting there? I think I'll call her Sally the slippery snake. I'm gonna set you down, Sally, because we need to talk about how to do this. If you got your kit at the library, this is what you got inside it. You got 7 pieces of one color, 8 of another. This is what we're gonna make her body out of. You got a tail piece, and you got the piece to make her head. You also got a tongue, and lucky you got some googly eyes. So, if you didn't get a kit at the library, this is really easy to make. You need to cut some strips of paper. I cut mine 2.5 by 9. And again, I made 7 of one, 8 of another, but you know what? There really are no rules about what size this has to be. Whatever size you like. However, when you make the tail piece and the head piece, you need a little bit longer, and actually the head has to be quite a bit longer. If you don't have some extra long paper, you can take your regular paper and cut out 2 and then glue them together to make it the extra long that you're going to need. Let's start putting this together. I'm gonna put my pieces out of my way. I'm gonna lay down a piece of paper here because glue can get messy and your grown-up will be happy that you took time not to be messy. So I'm gonna start with the piece that I have 8 of. Open, oh yeah, by the way, what you need at home this week is some Elmer's glue. I love you, Elmer's glue. And remember, we always put it down enough glue so our project will stay together. As wide as my glue stick is, that's how wide I want my line of glue to be. So I'm gonna lay it right across. Whoops, gotta wind it up a little. Lay it right across, and I'm gonna go back and forth a few times. See that extra glue? That's why we're using a protective paper. I'm gonna wrap it around, and I'm gonna squeeze it and rub my hands on it a few times. And I'm already got too much glue down there, so I'm gonna cover it up. Save your scrap paper. Now, the easy way to do this is to set so the open part of the circle is up. And take another color, and I bring it up and through. It's laid down right here in front of me. Lay down my glue again, nice amount. Oops, excuse me. And wrap it right around again. And guess what I'm gonna tell you to do? Squeeze it and rub it. We want our snake to stay together. And we're gonna alternate colors, but remember we're gonna tip it so the open part of the circle is up. Take our next piece, put it up and through. It's laid right down where we need it to be. Put our glue on it and wrap it around. I'll do one more to show you. As soon as I squeeze it and rub it so I know it will last, I'm gonna tip it over again, open side up. Take my next color, put it up through, and get laying down my glue again. And am I laying just a skimpy amount? No, I'm not. I'm gonna put plenty. I want my snake to stay together. Okay, so you're gonna keep going till you use all of your strips up. I have one here that is all ready to go. So your strip, your colors should look something like this. This is when we're gonna take out our headpiece and our tail piece, our tongue, and those googly eyes. Why does it always make me think of Halloween? Now, if you didn't have googly eyes at your house, I just drew some on here. You can make whatever kind of eyes you want just using a marker. A sleeping one. Oh, this guy kind of looks mad, I'm not sure. And this one looks kind of confused. You can make whatever expression you like for your snake. So, again, we're gonna start here with an open side up. Because our head is a little wider, we're gonna gently squeeze it so it slides right up there nice and easy and bring it around. Now, we wanna put our tongue on before we glue our two heads together. So I'm gonna put just a little or a decent amount of glue right there, right at the tip of his head, where his mouth is. And then I'm gonna spread glue just on this part, just down here. Not up into the neck, but down on the head. And I'm going to match these right up. And you know what I'm gonna tell you again, press it and press it. Make sure it's really going to stay together. And there's the start of the snake head. Ooh. Turn it around and get your tail piece ready. And again, we're gonna go up and around. And this time we're gonna put the glue just on this point. We don't need to go way up here, just at the end. So put some glue, wrap it around, match it up nice and neat. Push down. You know, I always ask you to do that because I want your project to stay together. Oh, okay, we have a tail. We have a head. Let's get those eyes on. So in your kit, you have two googly eyes. Take it off, and even though these are kind of sticky, I like to put, guess what? Even some more glue on here. And I'm gonna put one eye. That looks good. And take the other eye, add a little more glue, getting sticky fingers. Put his other eye or her eye. I don't know who this is yet. Okay, so now we got our head on, we got our tail on, and this is where you could do some decorating or give your snake some personality. On the first one here, I just made some wavy lines. It kind of look like the scales of a snake to me. But you can do whatever you like. You need some kind of marker or pencil or crayon, whatever works. And I just did some wavy lines. And I worked my way around here, right between her eyes. But maybe you want to do something different too. Maybe you like a zigzaggy kind of mark. That's cool. Maybe you want some kind of lines like this. That's cool too. Or maybe you want some kind of spots on your snake. This is your snake. It's up to you. So there you have it. Easy as can be. Take your time. Use enough glue. Use your patience. And clean up your own mess. Don't leave it for someone else. Now, if you like snakes, the library has all kinds of books for you. You can get a non-fiction snake book. It's all kinds of cool information in here. And something I found interesting, I can find the page, was this snake locomotion information. Talks about the different ways snakes move. So interesting. Or maybe you don't want a non-fiction story. Maybe you want a silly story. This little boy says, I need a snake. His mother doesn't think that's a good idea, but he has a good imagination. You might want to check it out sometime. If you do a snake, please send me a picture. I would love to see it. I hope you had fun. I had fun with you. See you next time.